it's Phoebe from Lost Nowhere, and today I wanted to talk to you about crystals. Now, crystals, the way that they're formed, they vibrate at the highest frequency. So for that reason, they are a wonderful protector of your spiritual self. I like to carry crystals with me all times. I have them in my room, I carry them in my bag, I have them in my car. I love giving them as gifts because they are such a beautiful form of energy for everyone. And everyone can use crystals. And the more you use them, the more greater rewards will come back to you in exchange. The thing with crystals is it's all about the eye of the beholder. So if you are wanting to, whatever it is that you're wanting to do, if you're wanting to manifest something, if you're wanting to stop having terrible dreams, if you're wanting to protect your energy, just to give you a bit of strength and courage, then that's exactly what crystals will give to you. Whatever it is that you want, they are able to provide that. Now, the way to choose crystals is so simple. Go into a local crystal shop, or I also like to get them from like local markets if you can find someone that's selling them there, and just be drawn to whatever crystal it is that you are, and guarantee 100% that will be the exact crystal that you need. So just figure out what crystal it is that you're drawn to, ask the owner what that crystal means, and most often they'll be able to tell you the name of the crystal and what's its properties, and you can also look it up as well. And then from that, you'll be able to know how to care for it properly. I'm going to show you a few ways of how you can clean and recharge your crystals as well. But it's also important to know what crystal that you have, because not all forms of being able to cleanse it is actually going to be relevant to you. So the few crystals that I thought I would mention. So thank you so much everyone for your questions, by the way. They've been really helpful and it's helped me construct this video, so I hope you find it very beneficial. Now, the godmother of all crystals, there's a few crystals that are kind of the go-to of everything. The clear quartz is one of them. The quartz family is huge. Clear quartz is basically like the godmother of all crystals. This is going to be your greatest protector. This will help you with any manifestations that you have. It's one of my favorite crystals. I've had this for a really long time. But in the quartz family, you have the clear crystal, you have a smoky crystal as well. This was actually my grandfather's. He dug this up over 100 years ago. So this is really cool. I've had crystals that have been passed down to me as well. I've been collecting them since I was a really little girl. I like to collect crystals from all around the world. So every place that I go to, I actually try and find a crystal to bring it back with me, so that I take a little bit of that land with me. Rose quartz is a really good crystal to attract love. So if you are wanting to find your soulmate, get a little rose quartz crystal and keep it with you. You could sleep with it under your pillow, just keep it next to your bed, in your handbag. Or if you're in a relationship, it will bring more love into your life as well. So the other one as well is, because if you're looking as well as a crystal to give as a gift, aside from yourself, amethyst crystal is very healing and nurturing too. This has been, the clear quartz and the amethyst are my two oldest crystals that I've had carried with me, and they're known to be one of the most potent crystals to keep with you. But like I said, there's so many, you can just keep adding to your collection, and but if you want to start somewhere, they're the two that I would recommend. Now, let's talk about cleansing the crystals. I have a few different options. So one is I have a little bowl of water here, and you want to put salt water in it as well. And you just simply give your crystals a little bath. And I usually would leave them for maybe like an hour or something. Again, check your crystals, because not all crystals are okay in the bath. And you want to give your crystals a little bath, and then depending on what the time of the month, so they recharge very well in the full moon. All crystals are amazing in the full moon, and after washing them, I like to put them into the sun for a little bit to dry. But again, the sun is not great for crystals for a long period of time, and not all crystals can go in the sun either. So that's another way to cleanse the crystals. Salt water and sun, and then to recharge them is in the moonlight. Now, Another way to cleanse the crystals is with some sage, and we're just going to smudge them. So again, with everything, as you're doing everything, you want to always be having the intention in your mind of and bringing your awareness to what it is that you're doing. And that also is helping bring you into a meditative state. Everything is meditation if you put your mind into it, which is simply clearing your mind, bringing your awareness into the now, focusing on your breath. And that's why the breath is such an anchor in your meditation practice, because it helps to just still your mind. Now, with the smudging, you're just going to lightly blow on the smoke over the crystals, and think about what it is that you're doing as you're doing this as well. So with the smudging, that is another way. Another way to recharge them is also to put them in the dirt in the backyard. So just lay them in the ground and let the energy vibrations of Mother Nature to soothe and recharge and renew them as well. And lastly as well, I like to take them to the seaside. So the salt water is replicative of the ocean, and I'm that crazy lady who comes to the ocean with a little bag of crystals, and I sit on the edge of the beach, and I like to wash them, and that's a really beautiful practice as well. You'll see them glisten in another way, and they really enjoy being there as well. So that's another thing. The more you practice with your crystals, the more in tune you get with them too, which is a beautiful experience. Okay, so the other question, so you had a few questions. Someone asked about crystals giving you negativity, and if a crystal breaks, whether that is symbolic of something negative to happen. Now, this is actually, funnily enough, this crystal of mine broke when I was in Italy recently, and you're immediately thinking, oh, the superstition in my mind is like, oh, something bad's going to happen. And you are the creator of your life. So if you think that something bad's going to happen, you're going to be attracting that. You're going to be opening that into your mind. So that's not the way to be. In superstitions, when people think that something bad's going to happen, likely something bad is going to happen, because you're thinking it, you're foretelling it, you're bringing that manifestation into fruition. So we don't want to think that way. It's not possible for crystals to hold negative energy. It's not possible for crystals to give off negative energy, because they're the absorber of negative energy, and they cleanse that energy from you. So that's the beautiful thing about them. So, and if you're ever feeling cluttered or anything like that, the crystals are going to be absorbing that negativity from you. But this is why it's really important to clean and recharge them often, because there's also only so much that they can handle, and it's not that once they're full that they're going to expel it back onto you, but it's just that they become quite dull, and it's difficult for them to take on more. So really look after your crystals and be aware of what it is that they're giving to you. The other question I had was about, sorry, let me read. Oh no, I lost the page. How to tell if a crystal is fake or genuine. So for fake crystals, they're going to be, they don't look real. They look too perfect and too polished. They're it's not real. Their crystals have flaws, and that's what makes them beautiful, and that's what makes everyone beautiful. The crystals, you could they usually would have quite a certain weight to it as well, and if they are fake, they might be painted, or you'll be able to see some kind of dye or the edges. If they kind of look also a bit too bright as well, or if they also don't have any, the names as well, there should be quite legitimate names. If you research online, when the owner is telling you the name, there's going to be a whole family, and there'll be stories about what those stones mean to you as well. So that's a few of the ways. For that reason, you want to be cautious when buying crystals online as well. So have a look, make sure that it's a legitimate company, that there's reviews as well. And for your first few crystals, I think it's really important to buy it in person. And that's also the beautiful exchange with it. I find that crystals find you, not so much that you find them, but they come to you in the right time. And so, yeah, that's why I really think that it's great to just explore and see what kind of crystals come to you when you walk into the shop or when you're at the market, and see what colors and things that you're drawn to. Someone asked me about my favorite crystal, and and I would have to say the obsidian crystal is actually my favorite, which is a lava, the lava inside a volcano. As soon as it touches water, it solidifies and it creates obsidian crystal, which I absolutely love the mythology behind that. It's before this reason, because it's made so quickly. Usually crystals take thousands of years to form, whereas obsidian crystal is created instantly. It's very, very fast, so it's very potent and powerful. The intentions and manifestations, it happens quite quickly because it's so charged. And you would know about this as well if you read my book Lost Nowhere. You know how much I love crystals. I speak about crystals, I think, through most of my books, but specifically in Lost Nowhere, Lily travels to an enchanted world, and all of the lands are covered, the beaches are covered in crystals. Each of the lands are a reflection of our energy chakras in our body, and the crystals are the colors of the energy chakras. So you learn a lot about the energy chakras and the positives and negatives with it, as well as what crystal it is in relation to that. So yes, that's you would definitely know that I'm very into crystals from a lot of my writings. If you're interested in learning about my books and meditations, please go to www.phoebegarnsworthy.com. And I hope that you found this video useful. Please comment or tell me any other questions that you have in the comment section. And I look forward to making more of these videos for you. Thank you. Have a beautiful day.